In this video, we're going to be going over the pros and cons of the new Samsung Galaxy A15 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G right here, and we're going to be going over everything I like and everything I dislike about this device. And I've had this device for about 2 weeks now, so I've got a really good idea of the good stuff about this device and the bad stuff as well. So always in good nature, let's go ahead and start off with the pros, the good things about the Galaxy A15 5G. First and foremost, this is kind of weird. Of course, as you guys already know, we have Android 14 with One UI 6.0 as well. So we're going to have the latest Android software on the Galaxy A15 5G out of the box. We're also going to have the premium version of One UI 6.0, so it's not going to be the core version that we got last year on the A14 5G that's missing features and stuff like that. This device, just like the flagship and mid-range devices, is now going to get the flagship version of those features. So you're going to get all of the features. None of them are going to be missing from here. But the big deal about this phone is we actually have 4 years of major operating system updates. So we're going to be going from Android 14 to Android 18, and even crazier, we're going to have 5 years of security patches on the Galaxy A15 5G. So this device, out of like the A18 series, the A10, A11, A12, has been the best supported device out of all of those devices so far. Even the Galaxy A14 5G, which I believe had either 2 or 3 years of OS updates. So that's really cool that Samsung promises that. Obviously, I'm going to have the A15 5G for the next 4 years to update you guys to see if they're actually keeping their promise, but it's really cool that this device can be supported up until Android 18. Alright guys, so our next pro about this device has to be the form factor refresh that we got. Obviously, we have this new key island design on the right side of the phone, as you guys can see, and we kind of have this, I don't know, reflective hue right here that lights up and shines and darkens and stuff. But the form factor of this phone is much nicer than the Galaxy A14 5G. And I don't know if the plastic is more condensed, like it's more of a polycarbonate build, but this feels much better and much more premium than the Galaxy A14 5G. And as you guys can see, I have scratches on all that type of stuff. I like the Galaxy A14 5G. I like that it kind of had this textured back and stuff. And obviously, if you guys don't know already, the Galaxy A14 is a little bit bigger than the Galaxy A15 5G. That might be one of the reasons. This is a more condensed phone, a little bit smaller, but I swear the form factor on this feels way more comfortable. The new refresh we got with the key island design right here looks much better as well, in my opinion, and in hand this just feels way more premium, especially if you guys are holding these devices at the same time. The Galaxy A15 5G just looks more premium, it feels more premium, and it's more comfortable as well. So a really nice upgrade right there in the build of this device. Our third pro is going to be the price of this device. Now what's really cool is, of course, last year on the Galaxy A14 5G, that device released for $199 unlocked. So that's the GSM unlocked version. And they kept the same price for the Galaxy A15 5G, even though we got some really good upgrades on this phone. So it's nice that they didn't raise it to $249 like a lot of the rumors were saying. They just stayed at $199. Also, another pro about this device is if you go to Metro by T-Mobile, Verizon, TracFone, they're going to have so many deals on this phone. For example, at Metro by T-Mobile right now, you guys, if you open a new line or if you switch your number to Metro by T-Mobile, you guys can get the Galaxy A15 5G for absolutely free. So a lot of people are going to be getting this phone 100% free. So of course, the port-in prices and the actual standard GSM unlocked price of this phone, I think, is decent value. All right guys, so getting into the next pro about this device, and I think you guys already know about it, it is the Super AMOLED display on this. It looks absolutely beautiful. It looks vibrant. You guys are going to have a great time watching movies, TV shows, scrolling through social media. It just looks more premium, honestly, especially when you go on social media. Everything seems to work much better, and I think that has to do with the newer processor, since this is 3 years newer than the last processor we had inside this phone. But the display looks really good. 90 Hz refresh rate, Super AMOLED display. Everything is going to look much better, much more vivid, and much more punchy on the Galaxy A15 5G. So a nice little upgrade in the display area. My next pro, and I think this is going to be my favorite pro about this device, but we have 25-watt wired charging on this device now, the same as the Galaxy A54 5G, a phone that released at $449, so about $250 more than this device. We get 25-watt charging now, and on the Galaxy A15 5G, this was one of my pet peeves about this phone, is this device charged so slow, so slow. I feel like the first couple of weeks it was fine, but the more and more I use the Galaxy A14 5G, it took like 4 or 5 hours sometimes to charge this device. And I don't know if there was something wrong with this device battery, but it's like night and day, the difference between this and the A14 5G. Beautiful stuff on here. Nice that we get a 25-watt wired charge. Also a 5,000 milliamp battery in here as well. So that's beautiful to see on this device. Should last you the whole day. So if you guys charge this at night, you wake up with this, you should be good till the end of the day to put it back on the charger. The battery life has been decent so far with that. The charging, the wired charging on this device, definitely the biggest improvement from the A14 5G to the A15 5G. Great job, Samsung. All right, guys, so getting into the cons about the Galaxy A15 5G. The first con, and I think the biggest con that everybody noticed straight away, is low RAM. Now, as you guys know, last year we had 4 gigabytes of RAM on the A14 5G. We have 4 gigabytes of RAM on this device as well this year. I would say that's kind of low. I don't think it's the most important thing in the world, but it is definitely pretty low for 2024. The next con is going to be our outdated design. We have some really thick bezels on this, and of course every single year we tend to have that notch right here, that half circle or that teardrop notch, which I think is just really out of date, out of style, kind of looks ugly, to be quite honest. And I know Samsung doesn't have to do that, and they're probably just doing that to differentiate this between the A50 series and the A70 series and the S series, of course, but I feel like something could be done about that. I don't think we need that anymore. I think we could differentiate it now by the build quality and the specifications and stuff. I don't think it's necessary to do that anymore, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And the last con about this device, and this is gonna kind of be like a 2-part con, but we have no screen protection technology on here, so no Gorilla Glass, no Dragon Trail glass, none of that stuff on here, so we just have a glass display. So this may break pretty easily since we don't have protection. Honestly, I haven't had that issue with the A14 5G, so we may not have that in the A15, but yeah, no screen protection technology and no water or dust resistant technology on here either. So no IP67, no IP68, none of that type of stuff. Now, that's not the most important thing or biggest thing in the world, and you can't get everything you want for a $199 price tag, but it would always be nice to have that. And in the future, I'm hoping that Samsung puts that on their ultra budget phones like the Galaxy A15 5G. Just a thought. Not the biggest deal in the world. So yeah, guys, those are my pros and cons of the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G. If you guys have any of your own pros and cons, let me know in the comment section down below. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with some of the pros and cons that I have, and if you don't, that's cool. Let me know in the comment section down below what you believe about this device. But with the 2 weeks of using this device, I've really liked this device, and for the $199 price tag, I think you're still getting a really decent value on this phone, and I very much enjoyed this. And I think the contrast between this and the Galaxy A14 5G is pretty major, and I think we got some very awesome key upgrades on this phone as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you're not a part of the Tech Gang already. Also hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified about more videos just like this. This has been Safan from TechRight. Hopefully you guys have a beautiful day. Peace out, Tech Gang.